Christians are God's delivery people, through whom He does His giving to a needy world. We are conduits of God's grace to others. Our eternal investment portfolio should be full of the most strategic kingdom building projects to which we can disburse God's funds. So we as Christians, as God's children, we're God's delivery people, through whom He does His giving to a needy world, We share His word. We share the good news, that Jesus Christ can save them from the eternal damnation that they're on a path to, if they just believe, And we show them the love of Christ, through our actions, through our words, Not that any of us are perfect, but remember, guys, the world is watching. And let me tell you something, that's why it's a big problem when there's division in the body of Christ, Because the world's watching and they see that crap going on and they're like, oh, why the heck would I be a part of that? They can't even get along with each other. There's 500,000 different denominations. They're all arguing about who's right, who's wrong, That's what they're thinking, honestly. Guaranteed. And then you have the hypocrisy that people have. They don't act Christ-like, You have all this corruption in churches, It's horrible, guys. We are to be ambassadors for Christ. We're conduits of God's grace to others. It's high time we start acting like it. Show the world our separation from the cruel, evil world. Heck, like I've made posts before, if we show our separation from the dark world, who knows? If we shine our light brightly, maybe they'll find the Lord, and they'll join us in serving Him as well, That's our eternal investment portfolio, if we had one, spiritually, should be full of the most strategic kingdom building projects. You build the kingdom. And by the way, this includes giving to the needy. So stop whining when your church wants to give to missions, tithes, Quit whining about giving your church some money. I realize there's churches that are thieves, but when they truly have that, they're sharing, giving, give a little bit. Don't go broke, but give a little bit, to which we can disperse God's funds.